These are the Duna Canyons. Long, winding, deep and mysterious, these geological formations all rest in the northern hemisphere of Duna. They all stretch from north to south, and all three flow into the Midland Sea. Because all three canyons are connected together through the Midland Sea, any discoveries made at one can easily be attributed to the others, although it was very important for the program to explore all three canyons in order to confirm any discoveries made. This was the goal of the Athena program. Athena used multiple launched vehicles in order to achieve its goals. First, launching the lander that would carry the crew down to the surface, as well as a rover, and in the initial planning phase, a scanning surface satellite that would orbit in a high polar orbit were all launched in support of the mission. Later, as a transfer window would open up, the crewed vehicle would launch with a direct transition to Duna. Athena 1, which was commanded by Ellie, who was an engineer, Jesse, who was a scientist, and then the pilot Enzo would land near their rover in the North Basin, north of the Northwest Canyon. Upon reaching the canyon, while surface samples did not reveal any large discoveries, the findings of the hematite minerals in the blueberries helped paint a picture of the water flowing from the large basin through the canyon and into the Midland Sea. Athena 2 was a test flight of the Ultra Deep Space Crew Transport Vehicle, an interplanetary capable space plane launched atop a rocket. It was commanded by engineer Jacob, with scientist Wally joining him on the surface, and pilot Benjamin taking command of the vehicle in orbit. The crew would land near the East Canyon, although a failure of the landing gear to deploy caused the lander to tip on landing, requiring a replacement rescue lander to be launched as soon as possible. Luckily, the crew always carried more than enough supplies for such a contingency and was able to complete the mission and make their way to the Eastern Canyon. Upon reaching the canyon, excessive speed caused a flip of the rover, damaging critical equipment and forcing the crew to hunker down in the canyon to await rescue. There, they were able to discover that there is in fact positive evidence of water ice in the canyon. This is the first set of evidence that water was once flowing on the surface of Duna, and being able to find it in the canyon is a significant discovery. The crew would wait at the accident site for a replacement rover and a replacement lander to land nearby. There they would return back to Kerbin aboard the Ultra Deep Space Crew Transport Vehicle. Athena 3 was commanded by Bill Kerman, with scientist Bob Kerman, and piloted by Jebediah Kerman. They would land west of the Midlands craters, where they would traverse to the canyon, and while they didn't find any definitive signs of past water within the surface sample, they did observe hematite blueberries along the journey and within the canyon. once again cementing the idea and connecting them to the hematite found in the basin, allowing us to theorize that the canyon once flowed with water. With the mixture of surface sample data, as well as ScanSat data showing that the Midland Sea is at a much lower elevation than any of the canyons and even the basin, it is easy to see the picture of liquid water flowing from higher elevation areas into the sea and forming these canyons over millions of years. And then, as the atmosphere thinned, the water would evaporate and quickly recede into a smaller and smaller region. This allows me to theorize that if any future missions to Duna were to be performed, the Duna Midland Sea would be an excellent landing site to search for past or even currently living Dunan life. Thank you so much for watching. Sadly, this is going to have to be the end of Geology and KSP. But what we are launching now is my latest series. The new series is a career mode playthrough with some special rules and a series of mods, the list of which is in the description. But it does include Kerbalism, TAC life support, Kerbal operating system, and uncrewed before crewed. The rules are as such. All uncrewed flights can only be controlled with KOS. All crewed flights can only be flown in IVA. Unless in a station crew module, time warp cannot be used during crewed flights. Every crew flight will be live streamed, and no revert flight or reset to launch or VAB. And I figured I would just show you all at the end of this video the first part of the first episode of our new series. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Links to my social media are in the description. Come join my Discord, and if you like my content, subscribe to see more. This is Benjamin Gotch, signing off.